Hello, Williamsburg, and welcome to an episode of Super Sound Showcase brought to you by Culture Fix. I am your host, Gabby, and today I am joined by Al Staggs and the Moaning Lisas.
Hey, Big Al Staggs in the house with the Moaning Lisas. That's what time it is, and we're in Billsburg today, and I'm loving it. How about you?
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a wonderful place.
Mm-hmm.
Been up and down here for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are
historic.
Yes.
we are certainly happy to have you here in Williamsburg with us. So I needed to ask you guys a question. So I know, Al, you have been doing music since the 1980s.
That's correct.
And you guys have as well, right? The Moaning Lisas?
Yeah,
1970s.
Oh, wow, okay.
Timers.
Yeah,
We're a
they're-
little older now.
I'm the young one
I'm
in the
the
band.
grandpa.
You can tell by
Yeah.
the gray. Okay, so Anvil was in the Blind Venetians when I was in Left Wing Fascists, and you were in Shrieking Sheiks. That we went on the road together, so we did some road work. And then Lance, you were in Journey back towards the end of that stay, right? When Moaning Lisa started, you were in Journey back.
Yeah, several bands
which is
before that.
a Journey band playing all songs backwards. Is that what you guys
Everything was
did?
backwards and confused the heck out of everybody in the place. So. And it's hard to do, too.
I
Absolutely.
remember that.
But Rick and I go back to the 80s. It was great. Left Wing Fascists, we had gotten signed, and we were doing a lot of road stuff. So next thing you know, I went from bridesmaid to bride for a little while and
Okay.
got to headline, and we needed a support group. So Rick and Richie Bohr were in Shrieking Sheiks, and Richie is our original guitar player in Moaning Lisas.
Okay.
Now Richie's moved on to Run and Shine, and they're doing great on the country side of things, getting some radio love and stuff all across the country. So we're real happy for Run and Shine as well. But that's how we got together. And then when we started Moaning Lisas, Anvil's the original drummer. I'm the original singer. You came in and replaced my brother who passed away in 2003, Lee Staggs. And Lee and I grew up in York County. So we're county boys. Come all the way, and that's how we got over to that side of the water. And next thing you know, we were playing music, and it was incredible. It was fun. I was touring with the Ramones. I got to play Lollapalooza, yada yada, Boathouse. It was fun.
That's
Music
amazing.
was fun back then. Absolutely.
Back then. So what does
Back
that mean?
Well, I mean, it was different. You know how technology changes things. It's a little different. Back then the drinking age had gone from 18 to 21, and we were able to. Like at first it was a stumble because of the bars. It was only 21, but then like the Boathouse came about, and you had an all ages side,
Sections,
and you
yeah.
had a beer
Crowds
garden,
all over.
and then we started like getting in there as an opening act, and wow, man, it was incredible. It's like
The
3,000
ODU.
people, ODU.
ODU music scene.
Yeah, it was-
up and
it
down
was
Hampton
fun.
Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah, I started a little hardcore club called The Corner on the corner of 38th Street and Hampton Boulevard, and did like 7 open mic nights, repeated. And I improv my first album. I Drive a Yugo was improv on there. Kmart Shop. There's a bunch of them that's on the left wing.
Okay.
But that's fast forward to 2020 is the new album just came out.
Yes.
Yes.
So I want to know all about this new album here. When did it come out? And I was reading some interesting information about who helped you write on it. So if you want
Okay.
to talk a little bit about that too.
Sure. So back in 1989, we got to go back a little bit. Stacey Hayden had come off a #1 hit with the band Sheriff as a producer. The song was "When I'm With You," and it started at one DJ in Vegas playing it, and it went to #1. I mean, it was above Michael Jackson and Tone Loc. So Stacey had come off that, and the record company had hired him to come from Canada down to record Left Wing Fascists. So we started a friendship there. And then it got even deeper because he decided to stay in town, and he opened a recording studio. And then Moaning Lisas came in and recorded. So we had written 4 Shots of Jaeger
Yep.
after that, and we did that at Daily Planet. And Stacy's always been really good to me. He's like Papa Stacy. And he's like, Al, you need to send that song to Jaeger. So I said, all right. So we sent off Jaeger, and daggone if we didn't get a Jaegermeister sponsorship. I had every kind of shirt and sticker. They were making us 3XL Moaning Lisa shirts for the
one.
big man. Oh, you see? See? So we got all that, and then after that, it kind of fell apart. He kept doing his stuff. He has his own record label and things. And when in 2015, Left Wing Scott Carl and I decided to get together and write a new Left Wing Fascist album. So we put out Oxymoron in 2015, and it was different how we used to record in the studio. This was all done where we sent tracks in. So Scott did all his parts in North Carolina. I did my parts in California to capture the vocals. So I started flying out California, and then so we did Oxymoron with Left Wing, and that did really well on radio. And then we did Moaning Lisa's 100% ABV. So when I decided, so we want to do another Moaning Lisa's album, and at the time Richie was with us, and Jim, which they moved on, but we recorded. All our parts were done in Virginia, except for mine. I flew out to California. And then, fast forward, Extra Cheese came along. We had band members leave. New guys came in, and the four of us recorded the 2018 release.
Took a long time to come up with a name for that record. Extra Cheese. We had all of these other things in mind, and we came up with us standing around a piece of pizza. So.
Yeah, Frank's Pizza, South Norfolk representing.
The album cover was actually shot at Vintage Trixie.
At Vintage Trixie, yeah, it's a great, cool store with all kinds of
Little,
odd.
paraphernalia, you know.
There's all these little
memorabilia
baby
sort of
dolls
stuff.
around the place looking at you while you're walking through.
That's
It's
pretty
kinda
weird.
Yeah. Well, the thing is Stacy stayed with me throughout every recording, and the guys were so nice to, said, okay, and we had Skip Dupree out here, Darupa. Sorry, Skip. I know he's going to be like, ow! And we did all their parts, and he sent those to Stacy because he had worked with Stacy at Windmark, and in fact, he's still the engineer at Windmark Recording Studios out here. But Stacy said, after the Moaning Lisa's, I said, guys, we're going to do another album, and they're like, well, we're going to take some time off to not put another record out. I was like, I got to put something out.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was frustrated. I was very frustrated because I wanted to do this, and I reached out, and Stacy says, who do you want to compete with? I said, huh? He says, not be like, who do you want to compete with? He says, you send me 3 videos of anything that you think that you would like. And so I did. And then, boom, 5 songs came right in my Dropbox. And I'm like, he says, get on it. And then another 5 came. And then so how this was written, him and Andy Acosta, which is his engineer, wrote all the music and sent it to me. And then I record the vocals, send it back to them. Horrible versions. I would practice, like 3 times. You could sing it the same 3 times. And the poor man had to get every one of my mixes. And so until I went out to California. Then I went out to California.
To be fair, you were recording it on a laptop.
On a laptop,
With a
yeah.
little external
Just
box.
something to get the point about what I was trying to convey as a vocalist, as a lyricist. And we put it together. I flew out there and knocked that out. We did a music video. And it's like, when I go to California, it's like getting held hostage. I get picked up by this man, and we are stuck working and working and working because he knows that I come to work, and my job is to knock them out and do them right.
Right.
So I've had plenty of practice. I get there, and then we go out and we shoot a music video. And that's a lot of fun because you'll notice the music video's got like San Clemente Pier in it. It's got the foothills over there at oh God, what's the little town he lives in? Mission Viejo, and some other cool things. So it's a lot of fun to go out and shoot in California. Because people don't look at it as weird as on the East Coast. Like,
Sure.
you go out and try to shoot a video on the boardwalk or something.
you don't
what is
feel it.
what is going on? But out there, like, oh, just another rock star. Make you feel right at home,
So where can we find that music video?
You can find that on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep. And I have a website now, bigalstaggs.com. New website because I had to because I'm getting so much love in Europe.
There you go.
Uh-oh, in Europe.
We're big in
Yeah.
Europe.
Hold on.
everywhere.
Let's talk about Europe.
Big everywhere, yeah.
I got lucky on that one. I've got a really cool DJ in Berlin named Lord Litter who is spinning me on I think it's syndicated in like 3,000 stations.
Wow,
So,
okay.
we're going to see how that happens. But the fun thing to do would be to go to Germany and play in this summer. So Mark Dunn told me to pitch that. There you go, Mark. That's for you,
There
buddy.
you go.
Speaking
Mark
of,
plays on the record, yeah.
Speaking of videos, remember what we won a little something like a year ago?
You're talking about Moaning Lisa's?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Shelf Life Baby won Music Video of the Year.
Yeah, you should watch that one.
That one's on YouTube as well. And
That's
we have a
Shelf Life.
MoaningLisas.com website.
Yeah, moaningleases.com will get you. Either one of them will get you to the.
Yeah.
to Al's stuff.
Yep.
too.
Big
Okay.
Al will get you to those. And there's a leftwingfascist.com too. So all those websites are there.
And the Facebook
We got you
pages.
covered. And the
And the
Facebook. We don't have a Snappa-Chappa, but we're going to get one day.
Well, we will have all of that information on the YouTube video when that is released. Okay, great. So when we come back, guys, we're going to hear a little something from Al Staggs, accompanied by the Moaning Lisas. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Super Sound Showcase, brought to you by Culture Fix. I'm your host, Gabby, and if you're just joining us, we're here with Al Staggs and the Moaning Lisas. So what are you guys going to be playing first for us?
Well, we're going to pull out a Moaning Lisa song that was off the Extra Cheese release that we put out recently. And the reason we're going to do that is Rick Coons, Mr. Rick Coons right here on the bass, is not our bass player. We missed William Fry today. He could not make the show. But
Rick
Rick's
was on
a
the
life-
Our forever.
Rick is our
Forever.
lifetime member. You know, you got guys that will, come in and out of the band, but will be with us. I've never lost a friend over stuff like that. It's just trivial, We're all family, especially we've been playing since '87 in different bands
Yeah.
or together.
Been a couple of
But Rick wrote this, and it's called I Believe, and we wanted to do that because Rick wrote it, and it was on the record. It's a great song. It's one of my favorites.
It's also on my record.
It's on his record,
It's on
St.
St.
Frank.
Frank.
That's
St.
right,
Frank is
stfrank.com.
Yeah, stfrankband.com.
All right, you got that? So you can hear either versions. Oh, they're both on Spotify.
Yes, they are.
Okay,
There you go.
excellent.
Spotify,
Right on, so you can check it out there.
YouTube.
All right, so we're going to give it a spin. You ready?
All right, we're ready.
All right, I believe.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I've never seen the depths before that human souls can go. I can't believe that I'm not broken by tiny shrugs just so. I believe there'll be hell to
Yeah, you know when I like that silent lead part. It's like a kill switch. It just
Hey,
kills.
I'm at a loss for words. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear our production guy in the back clapping.
I know, man.
I
Sorry, we're
know.
gonna turn this one up a notch.
Very nice. Well, what is next? I am super excited, and I know Tim is too. So.
Got him sweating.
Okay,
He's
we're
sweating.
gonna do the song that's spinning across internationally now.
Lucky us.
I just can't believe it. Well, I can believe it. It's called "I've Been There, Done That." It's basically about finding the perfect
Stealing your water.
woman, perfect relationship. A great backstory to it. The love of my life, my wife. I wrote it about her.
Oh,
We
very
met in
nice.
the 7th grade. I had a crush on her.
Oh.
We reconnected 30 years later after I was abused and thrown away. And I got picked up by this wonderful, beautiful person.
There's another
And it-
song about that too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's 50 songs that I wrote about the breakup. But this one is the one that's actually spinning because it's about love and it's fun.
Very nice.
And the promo says if you're not moved by this, go see a doctor.
Okay.
You got to see a doctor.
All right.
It's called Been There, Done That.
Okay.
I
Well.
hope you guys like it.
Yep. We're ready to get moved. So let's
You
go.
might get to hear it in rotation here on this radio station. I'm gonna pray when I get home. All right, rock and roll. Oh, 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 oh. I've done that. I've been there. I rock that. I live there. I seen that. I drove there. I tapped that. I played there. But I've never seen the likes of you before. Wondering what for us life has in store. I've never seen the likes of you before. Can I see you sometime, baby? I'll take you to the end of the rainbow. I'll take you on to the big show. I'll take you to the end of the rainbow. I'll take you on to the big show. I've done that. I've been there. I rock that. I live there. I seen that. I drove